guys, so today I'm going to be telling you about the books coming out this year in 2017 that I'm most excited for. I tend to do these like most anticipated book releases videos once a month, so this will obviously keep updated as the year goes along. These are just the main ones that I am super looking forward to, and some of these are further later in the year, so they don't even have a like exact release date yet. This is just kind of what's been announced so far. Some of them don't even have covers yet. I think there's one that doesn't have a title yet, so yeah, it's very like still all in the works at the moment, but I'm just going to be telling you about the books coming out this year that I'm looking forward to. So the first one is History Is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera. I've already talked about this in my most anticipated January releases video. It's a YA contemporary novel, and obviously because it's by Adam Silvera, I'm super excited for it. More Happy Than Not was one of my favorite reads in 2016. I really enjoyed that book. It was amazing, and yeah, so I'm super looking forward to History Is All You Left Me. I can't wait for it to come out. It comes out not very far away actually, like kind of only in a few days now, so super exciting, and yeah, definitely can't wait for that one. I'm sure it's going to be like heartbreakingly fantastic, just like More Happy Than Not was, and I've heard really good things about it already. The next one is Always and Forever Lara Jean by Jenny Han. This is their third book in the To All the Boys I've Loved Before trilogy. I think it was originally a duology, and then Jenny Han announced last year that she was coming out with a third book, which is really exciting. I've actually only read To All the Boys I've Loved Before. I haven't read P.S. I Still Love You yet, just because I haven't been able to get my hands on it. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get it from the library at some point when it becomes available, so waiting for that one, but I'm definitely looking forward to Always and Forever Lara Jean as well, because I really enjoyed To All the Boys I've Loved Before. So as you can guess, it is a contemporary novel, and it's about a girl who, well, the first one is about a girl who like writes a bunch of love letters but never sends them, and then they get sent and chaos kind of unfolds from there. That one is coming out in April, which is my birthday month, so that's exciting. The next one that I'm anticipating is Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. This is the second book in the Dark Artifices trilogy or series, I'm not sure. I think it's a trilogy. Lady Midnight was the first one that came out in 2016. I haven't actually read that one yet because I am a little bit behind in the Shadowhunters books. I've read the Infernal Devices trilogy, and I'm working my way through the Mortal Instruments. I'm on the second to last book from that series at the moment, so I'm definitely going to get around to the Dark Artifices this year, so I will be reading Lord of Shadows at some point in 2017, hopefully. That one should be coming out in May. The next one is a YA like short story anthology. It's called Because You Love to Hate Me, and there's a bunch of different authors that are collaborating, as well as a bunch of different booktubers, so I'm sure most of you have probably heard of this one already. Some of the authors are Adam Silvera, Victoria Schwab, Renee Ahter, Marissa Meyer, and obviously all the booktubers as well. So the way this book works apparently is that the booktubers have written a prompt for their author that they're assigned to, and then the author has to write a story based around that prompt, and they're all to do with like fairy tales but from the villain's point of view. So it sounds like a really cool idea, and I'm really excited to read that one, especially since there are some of my favorite authors in there too. The next book that I'm looking forward to is Wonder Woman Warbringer. This is by Leigh Bardugo, and it's the first book in the like DC Icons series. So what's happening is they're releasing a bunch of different superhero stories in like novel form, which I don't think has ever really been done before. There's like comic books obviously, and there's a whole bunch of movies based around superheroes, but they're doing it as YA fiction, which is super exciting. So Leigh Bardugo is first up with Wonder Woman, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what is done with that whole story, so super excited about that one. That's supposed to be coming out in August, and then the other books are also supposed to be coming out in 2017, but I'm not sure of the timing exactly. Wonder Woman is the only one that's been given like a month and a cover and everything. Batman is being done by Marie Lu. Superman is being done by Matt De La Pena, who's actually an author I've never heard of, but looking forward to that one too. And then Catwoman is being done by Sarah J Maas, which is very exciting. The next book that I'm anticipating is another one by Adam Silvera. He's coming out with a couple this year, and this one is called They Both Die at the End. It's another, I would say, YA contemporary style book, but it sounds similar to More Happy Than Not in that there is a sort of dystopian kind of element to it almost. So in More Happy Than Not you had the, I can't remember what it's called, but there was like a service where you could go and have your particular memories eliminated, so like your unhappy memories, you can have them wiped. And They Both Die at the End, the little dystopian kind of twist on it is that there's a service that will notify you on the day that you're going to die, so that you're aware that you're going to die that day, so you can kind of get as much done as you can, I guess. And there's also an app called Last Friend, and I guess you connect with someone on your last day and they can be your last friend. I don't really know, that's what it sounds like, but it sounds really good. So it sounds like the story of two teens on their last day, and yeah, just knowing that it's Adam Silvera, I know it's probably going to be really beautifully written, and I'm really looking forward to that one. It has no cover released yet, it's one of those, but it's supposed to be coming out sometime in September. The next book that I'm looking forward to is, no surprise probably, it's the third book in the Illuminae Files trilogy, and this is by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. You've heard me talk about Illuminae before. I really love that book. I'm really looking forward to reading Gemina, although I haven't gotten into it yet, but it's up there on my shelf. And yeah, the third one comes out during 2017. Super looking forward to it. It doesn't have a title or a cover yet, but I know it's a third one set in the world of Carenza, so super exciting. The next one is another one that I'm not quite caught up on, but once I am caught up on it, I'm super excited for this book because it just sounds really cool, and it is The World of Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas. So she's done kind of a book where it's a compendium about characters and about the world of Aurelia. Just sounds really cool. So it's coming out in October, and it sounds like something that I really would like to get my hands on. I like things like that. Like I've got a couple, well, I've got two related to Shadowhunters, and obviously there's all the Harry Potter ones that are kind of like based around the world but not to do with the actual story. So I really like books like that that are like related to the fandom that the author's done themselves. I think it's really cool. Then there is another Cassandra Clare book. This is The Lost Book of White, and that's the first in the Eldest Curses trilogy. I think it's a trilogy again, and I think this one's targeted at adults rather than young adults. It's supposed to be coming out in November, and it's supposed to be surrounding Magnus Bane as a character, so I'm super looking forward to that. Like I said in my previous video, I've actually ordered the Bane Chronicles online, so I'm just waiting for that to arrive. Can't wait to read that one once I get work my way to that point in the series. The final book that I'm anticipating, I kind of just threw this one in here. I was mostly picking books by authors that I'm familiar with, you probably noticed that, but there is one that was just completely random. The cover of it caught my eye on Goodreads, and I just thought that sounds really cool and interesting and different. So it is America 2030, What the End of the Free World Looks Like and How to Stop It by Ben Shapiro. And this one apparently provides narrative snapshots of a dystopian future whilst telling us what kind of political decisions would get us to that point and why we are actually headed in that direction. So it's kind of like non-fiction dystopian fiction, if that makes sense. So it's just some guy who is saying that this is how he thinks America is going to go in the next, like, what, 14 years. Comes out in November. I'm just super intrigued by this one. I think it will either be really good or not so good. And it just sounds interesting to me that someone is predicting how our society is going at the moment and seeing what changes we could make to ensure that it doesn't. And yeah, it's just the way it was worded in the synopsis about being like a, they didn't say this directly, but it sounds like a non-fiction dystopian. Sounds really appealing to me, so looking forward to that one. So these are all of the main books that I'm looking forward to that are coming out hopefully sometime during 2017. Let me know if you're planning on picking up any of these as well, or let me know any books that are coming out in 2017 that I haven't mentioned that you're looking forward to. Thank you guys for watching this, and I'll see you with another video in a couple days. Bye.